I mean, I play things to my mum, sort of, I don't like that, and I think it's spot on then, you know. Anyway, you're lying, you don't sleep, you're like
I didn't say anything. And then 6 o'clock would come round and one person still wouldn't be out of bed. At least you can sort of get it.
Who's that?
If we're not naming any name.
First time we walked through into this bit, like into the posh bit of the boat, people sort of like looking, thinking, should they be here? And like we're descended on by staff, so, you know, can we help you gentlemen? And so yeah, we're actually, you know, we're staying here. I think it puts people out a bit, so we don't kind of fit in. But I don't think they think it's the Cure what they do on the QE2. I mean, most of the staff are actually really nice to us.
I don't care if Monday's blue, Tuesday's grey, Wednesday too. Thursday, I don't care about you, it's Friday. Monday you could fall apart, Tuesday, Wednesday break my heart. On Thursday doesn't even start, it's Friday. Saturday, Sunday always goes to Friday never hesitates. I don't care if Monday's black, Tuesday, Wednesday hard to track. On Thursday, never looking back, it's Friday. Monday you can stay in bed, Tuesday, Wednesday hold your head on, Thursday watch the world instead, it's Friday, I'm in love. Saturday rain, Sunday always comes through, Friday never hesitates. Just under the eyes, such a wonderful surprise, see your shoes and the spirit's rise.
I think right from the start, when we had Boys Don't Cry, you know, years and years ago as a single, so we started off as a pop group really, and we sort of from time to time we go back to being a pop group, but we also have a side to the group that's I suppose a lot more serious, and I think that it's that kind of juxtaposition that people find it difficult to, you know, to put the two together, whereas we don't, we find it very natural, because it reflects the character of each of us individually anyway. I mean, we're not all sullen all the time, we're not all jolly all the time. I don't think we know anyone that is. We've kind of been ignored through the early part of like, the 1980s by the media, but it's actually turned out to be a good thing, because it means that we've done an awful lot of things and developed and like experimented without the pressures of like having hit records, and so it's been a really slow, gradual process until suddenly people are like turning around and going, that's the Cure. I've sort of heard of them, haven't they? Been around quite a long time, and it's once you start looking back over the different kinds of music that we've done, it is impossible to categorise as.
Last year, the music establishment finally acknowledged the Cure's achievements by voting them Best British Band in the Brit Awards. In part 2 of Music from the Bridge, we rejoined Simon, Robert and Perry on the upper deck and in the creche as they discussed the pressures of all this fame.
Than they are. In fact, the audience in Britain is about the most difficult, sort of the coolest audience. They stand there a lot of the time and say, impress us. Whereas in America, they scream at anything that moves, basically. Which is sort of gratifying on one level, but on another level it's quite frustrating because you don't have to really try that hard. The British tour, I think, will probably the most difficult concerts that we play this year, the ones that we've just done. Most of them are really good. It's only really the London one that didn't work, and that's only because half the audience didn't buy their tickets, they were given them. So it's like full free.
Didn't you think London worked?
Not as well as it should have done, yeah. So it should have. Well, I mean, I go to different concerts to the rest of you anyway. We managed to retain a lot of our audience. We don't sort of shed our audience and get a new one with each thing that we do, because people are attracted to the attitude of the group, I think. And so they forgive us sometimes if we do what they consider musically dumb things. They know that we're doing it for our own reasons, and so they forgive us these aberrations, but continue to look forward to the next thing that we'll do. So our audience now is like really, it's a very strange audience. It's quite old and it's like incredibly young. And it's like spans. When you stand there, you get all like immobile old people at the back, like absorbing, and you get like these nutters down the front who are like half our age. So it's quite weird, really. It wouldn't work if we didn't get on with each other. So it's going into the thing about liking each other. It's virtually 24 hours a day we're with each other. There's always someone about. Usually me or Harry wondering about. Anyway, if you're lying, you don't sleep. You're like,
I didn't say anything.
You look bemusedly at me. It's like you
I
don't
was
go to bed
wondering what
until
you were
the
going to
morning.
say. Yeah, well, yeah, so we are nocturnal. But that's another reason why, if you were going to a studio every day, I mean, it's hard enough. We'd get up at the Manor, and like we'd say, right, we'll start at 6 tomorrow, or whatever, 4, something like that, and then 6 o'clock would come round and one person still wouldn't be out of bed. At least you can sort of get it.
Who's that?
If we're not naming any names. But if we had to all make our way to a studio every day, it would just get ridiculous. You know, the travel time would add up.
It's also good that we worked at different times anyway. I would be sitting up in my room or like laying in bed and I could hear things going on and I think,
Boris is
That's
drumming,
my
so I
boys
don't have to get...
We agree on certain key songs that we
Yeah.
play. It's like
just the
peripheral
encores,
songs
really.
that we have some difficulty with. I get the fun, so yeah. So I've got to sing them. I just introduce a different number and it goes... have to have a certain amount of people whose opinion you value, just to make sure that you're not losing it. I mean, I've got certain people at home that I play tapes to. And I gauge their reaction. Sometimes I know that they're actually going to hate certain things that we do, and I hope they are, because it's. I
mean, I play things to my mum, she goes, I don't like that. And I think it's spot on then, you know.
I've never been able to see the positive side of being incredibly famous. I think it actually just takes away your entire life if you get to that. And I know that we'll never ever reach that kind of level because I'll make sure that we don't. In some instances we get the argument that with people whose interest is purely financial, that we sell more records and that we become more popular, will say, well, you're keeping away from it because you're not confident that you can do it. It's trying to kind of goad us like we're idiots, you know. But I refuse to rise to that kind of bait. I'm quite upset. Yeah, okay, then well, I'm not confident that we can ever pull it off. But I would just rather not. I don't think there's anyone in the group that would feel comfortable with that kind of that level of fame.